Good morning. Welcome to a special episode of Bum with a Wrench. I'm your host, Daniel. And this morning I wanted to just take a minute or two and address a couple comments. I've been thinking about how to, I want to get back to you guys on these comments. It's really hard. I've got a lot to do, and I've got a ton to do today. But I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about a couple things. Starting out with the comments, and then we'll move into an idea that I had that I want to share with you guys, and then another announcement for the channel I'm pretty excited about. I'll save that one to the end. So let's jump right into these comments. Somebody commented, I don't care what you say. That is not a beautiful color, a beautiful car like that. And you put that color like that on it. That's too bad. I get it. Not everyone sees colors the same. I've always been of the opinion that people actually perceive colors differently. And I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me here. So I've always thought that people actually see different colors than everyone else. I'm sure there's people that do see the same color, but I think the reason why some people like this color over that color is because I honestly believe that people actually see colors differently. And you're thinking to yourself, that's dumb, but think about it. When you were knee high to a grasshopper, what were you taught? You were taught all the primary colors. You were taught that this is red, this is yellow, this is green. And so how would you know if that was the same red or the same yellow or the same green as what somebody else sees? You wouldn't, but you would know that color was red. And I know that color's red, but my red and your red might be two different things. Anyways, just some craziness on the side that I've always thought was kind of cool. Some food for thought, really. But regardless of any of that, that color on the Fairlane is a kind of unique color. It was a 1-year color, and you got to remember, color is just is something that can be changed. It's like all of these cars. It's just an expression. So you could change the color to any color you want. The one sad part about that comment is he didn't comment, what color that they would actually want to paint it. What color looks cool to you? What color would you have painted it if it was your car? So, I love the comments. I would like to have had it a little bit more constructive. What color would you have painted it? What color do you like? But regardless of any of that, thanks for the comment. Any good, bad, indifferent, don't care. Like the comments. So one of the other comments that I thought was really kind of interesting and something to really think about, because this does come in and affect all of us, really. It's the world that we live in now. And I'm going to read the comment. It says, sadly, from 2030 on, all combustion cars, including classics, will be banned from public streets in entire EU and Scandinavia. In Germany, the German Green People Party gave order to shorten fuel supply from 2025 on by reducing petrol stations to only one state-operated central gas stations per city from 2027 on. In the EU, certain car spare parts will be banned too, as exhaust systems, turbochargers, and even some engine and gearbox oils. California and New York will do the same from 2027 on. So on. Investment should be done in oil-burning cars. So no investment should be done in oil-burning cars anymore. I get it. The world is changing. It really is. As electric cars come into play, the world stage is really kind of figuring out what that next mode of transportation is going to be. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but I know here in the United States, things work a little bit different. They can try and take away cars here in the United States. It's not going to happen. Same like some of the other things that they try and take away, but they can't. There's certain freedoms here in the United States that prevent them from doing that. And honestly, when we're talking about these cars that are on the channel, these are not daily driver cars. These are not commuter cars. They're not cars to get you from point A to point B. These are antiques, honestly. I know it's crazy to say, but a 60s car is now an antique. That's the way it goes. I mean, when I was young, in my teens, antiques were, the 1920s and the teens and that kind of stuff. Now the antiques are the 60s cars, 50s, 60s. That's just the way it goes. But on the other side of that, because they are antiques, you're not going to be able to take them away, at least here. Will they limit the amount of fuel you can buy? Sure, they'll probably try all those things. California, New York, whatever, they'll try and do whatever they can. But without getting too political into any of that, they won't be able to take them away from us. They just can't do that. But I mean, you have to remember that these cars, the ones that are on the channel, the ones that we're working on, are they're an art form, honestly. There's a lot of people that like painting or sculpting or doing anything else, and maybe those artists look at us and think that just a grease monkey with with some tools, a bum with some tools. But honestly, what they are is they're an art form. The amount of time and love and everything that's put into the car, into these different cars, is truly an art form. Just like the color that the owner chose for that 63, very unique color. It was a 1-year color. Bringing that back and letting it live. That's what this is about. So, when we're talking about outlawing gas-propelled cars and that kind of stuff, really, it's the focus of those laws and the focus on that kind of stuff are for commuter cars, for day-to-day, cars, getting the kids to soccer practice and, going here, going there. They're not for these cars that go out maybe once a week to a car show or, get driven down to the beach and go to the hamburger stand or something like that. Yeah, they're not talking about those cars. Will it be hard to get fuel in the future? Maybe. But it's not going to be impossible to get fuel. Again, they can try, but they won't win, at least here in the United States. So California's crazy, New York's crazy. Both of them are straight out of their mind. This country can't support 100% electric vehicles. I mean, it wasn't even too long ago, and I remember them, asking people to shut their air conditioners off during the summer because the infrastructure couldn't hold the electrical. How are you going to charge everyone's car? That's my question. If you can't make electricity now and hold the infrastructure up now, how are you going to charge everybody's car? There's a question. Anyways, without getting too political, these cars are an art form. They're something that are loved. Are they a waste of money? 100% they're a waste of money. I've got brand new cars and stuff that I drive around. My wife drives a brand new car. Don't need these cars, but I love them. Absolutely love them. They make every day worth coming into work. Absolutely love them. And if you're a car guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, with that said, that's my thought, at least on the ban of gasoline power cars. Will it go away? Probably. Do we need it to go away? We need to make a change, definitely. I remember as a kid going on vacation with my parents and driving from state to state. You'd get out in the middle of the desert or in the middle of the mountains, and there was no smog. Now you can't drive from Southern California to Salt Lake City without constantly being in smog. So, do I want to see a cleaner environment and fresher air? Sure, 100% I do. Um, but does that mean you have to take away everyone's internal combustion engines to do that? No, no, you don't. You just need to reduce the commuter cars that are using that as a propellant, basically. Um, get people into something else. The world evolution in the car needs to change. We all know that. I love high horsepower cars. I got a Grand Wagoneer with 500 horsepower and it gets 11 and a half miles to the gallon. Do I feel bad about that? No. Especially every day I get on the freeway. It's awesome. Do we need to make a change? Yeah. These electric cars, they're a Tesla could beat my Grand Wagoneer, but at the same time, I could count probably 50 white Teslas on the way to work. They're a car for the masses. They're not a car for car people. And maybe they are. I'm not going to speak for everybody. I know there's some guys out there that really love them and will customize them and everything else. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But we do need to do something to help the environment. The world's always changing. But as far as not investing into any one of these cars, that to me is crazy because these are an art form that I truly, truly love. So to me, this waste of money isn't a waste of money to me. It's a way to preserve history. It's a way to keep some of these very unique cars alive, like that 7-liter that I have out there. My 65 hardtop is not unique, but it's still loved to me because I'm a car guy. I absolutely love the car. I love the look. I love the style. I love, everything about it is just really cool to me. It may not be to Californians and New Yorkers, but it doesn't matter. Not everyone has to think the same, at least in this country. Freedom of expression. So, but, moving on to what I'm actually going to call this episode. So let me step down, off the soapbox there for a second. And let's talk about the actual title to this episode. So I had conversations with my wife because, that's always the first person you have a conversation with whenever you come up with an idea like this. Otherwise, you may be sleeping on the couch for a while. So my idea is, before I get into that, real quick, let me shift gears a second. When I first started this 1963 Fairlane video, I accidentally made a grammatical error, as I explained in the last video. I do struggle with ADHD and dyslexia, so spelling for me has never been the great. Spelling, grammar, that kind of stuff, I really struggle with that. I did not mean to make that first video as a clickbait video. It did get pretty. It's still got more videos than more views than any of my other videos. Over 1,000 views, which I thought was totally cool. But when I realized it was due to clickbait, I kind of felt pretty bad. But of course, that's not a 1963 Fairlane pickup truck. But this is what I want to do. I want to take the 1965 convertible that I have and turn that into a pickup truck. So, in the early 60s, Ford came out with the Ranchero. And it was a crazy fun, different thing, right? Of course, the auto industry in the 60s, if you look at the progression of cars, was very shotgun approach. So Ford came out with the Ranchero. Of course, Chevrolet wasn't going to be outbeaten, so they came out with the El Camino. Ford, when they brought out the Ranchero, they used their smallest car. They used the Ford Falcon. And as cool as those Rancheros are, and I do like those little Rancheros, I think they're awesome. Chevrolet did it better, because instead of taking their smallest car, Chevrolet took their largest hot rod, basically, the Chevelle, and made the El Camino out of the Chevelle. And in my eyes, that's why the Chevelle, or the El Camino, did so well, is because they used their muscle car to make this really cool car truck thing, right? In Ford, they used the Falcon, which was their cheapest little commuter car, to make their little car truck thing. Even though the Falcon, I like the Falcons too. I think the Falcons are pretty cool. The Rancheros are neat. But who doesn't love a Chevelle? And then on top of that, you add a pickup truck, you know, come on. That's like, you know, that's totally awesome. So my thought is, what if in 1964, Ford said, we messed up. We should have used our largest car instead of the smallest car to build the Ranchero. And remember that word, what if. And so what if Ford took, in 1964, they developed for the 1965 model a Ranchero built off of the Galaxie. Now, I have a Galaxie convertible. You guys have all seen it. It's pretty rough. The floors are gone. The back of the frame is in pretty rough shape. Can the car be saved? Sure. I could save it. However, I think it'd be really cool to take that car and turn it into a Ranchero. So, and this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that what if Ford in 1965 developed the car and brought it out, but they followed and almost mirrored what Chevrolet did with the El Camino. So my thought and plan is to take the top, the back, and the truck and the truck part of an El Camino and put it in that Galaxie, for a couple reasons. One, if I tried to use Ranchero parts, the Ranchero in those years were too small. If I jump up to the later year Rancheros, I mean, let's be honest, to me, they're just kind of ugly. So, and again, I'm trying to stay with that what if Ford tried to make something for 1965 based off of what Chevrolet did. So if I use the roof from the El Camino, the back of the cab from the El Camino, and the bed of an El Camino, and left the exterior of the Galaxie, it would be, you know, what Ford might have done back in those days. And for the second reason, I would use the El Camino parts. They're readily available. I mean, you can pretty much go online and build a El Camino off of, you know, brand new parts that's, you know, people are stamping out. So the parts are easy to get. You know, it would be an easier build than trying to build a Ranchero with parts that just don't exist. I think it would actually turn out pretty cool. I think it'd look pretty neat. And the second part to that is, what I'm thinking is during this build, well, at the end of the build, when I'm all done with the car, I want to give it away to one of you subscribers. So, and that's the part that I had to really clear with the wife. She's on board. She believes in what I'm doing. So my idea is to build this car on the channel and then give it away to one of you subscribers. But there's people doing a lot of giveaways. You know, you see it all the time. The giveaways that are done, you have to go onto their, you know, their shop and buy a T-shirt or a hat or you know, buy a $5 ticket, or, you know, whatever these things are. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to buy anything. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Obviously, what I'm trying to do is promote subscribers. I'm trying to get more subscribers. I'm trying to get the channel out there, make it grow. And so obviously that's what this is. I wouldn't just, you know, give away a car for no reason. I want the channel to grow. So here's the deal. If you're you have to be a subscriber. You have to watch all of the videos, and you have to like or dislike. You don't have to like every video. If you don't like it and you dislike it, dislike it. And the way I'm going to track that is in the comments. I want you to either put a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Now you can write anything after that. You can explain, why you did a thumbs up, thumbs down. That part's up to you. But you have to put a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the comments. And then lastly, you have to share. You have to share the video. So if you do all of those things, then you'll be in the running to win the car, basically. I'll give the car away to one of you. And I'm not talking about building a cut up, half done, just abomination of a vehicle. I have extensive history and knowledge in fabrication and building. So by the end of this, it's going to be a really cool car. What motor I'm going to use, I don't know. It's not going to be an LS, so all you LS people, I know, just sit down for now on this one. It's not going to be an LS. I'll do some kind of cool motor. Of course, it'll be high horsepower. It's going to be a full, complete, really cool build. New interior, new paint, new wheels, new suspension, whole 9 yards. Powder coated frame, everything. All of the decked out parts. Now, obviously, this car is not going to happen in a month. Obviously, it's not going to happen in 2 months. It's probably going to be a couple year project on the show. So it's going to take some dedication. Honestly, it is going to take some dedication to win the car at the end. But again, you don't have to buy anything. All you have to do is, enjoy a half hour. I'm trying to keep my videos to like 30, 35 minutes, but I'm setting a maximum limit of 45 minutes. So at most, 45 minutes out of your life, a couple times a week, watching me build this car. That's all it takes. So if you can do that, then you can win the car. The other part is I'm not going to give the car away until I reach a certain number of subscribers. I don't know what that is at this point. I need to look at the whole thing and how the monetary side of everything works on the YouTube and what the point is where subscribers come into play, because obviously this car is going to cost me a lot of money to build. It's not going to be cheap. So, but again, I'm trying to do something to promote the channel. Some people will give away a product if you like or comment or share something. They'll give you a hat or a t-shirt, or my wife was talking about one of the things that were, if she went online at the restaurant she was at and she left a comment, they would give her a free dessert. This happens all the time. It happens all around you. And so rather than having you spend your money, I'm just asking you to spend a little bit of time. If that's something you guys are interested in, if you think it is, something cool to have on the channel, if it's good or if it's bad, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking, because maybe I'm way off base and that's not at all what you guys would like to see. Maybe you just want to see me restore the car back to factory original, or maybe a retro mod, or I could do anything with the car. So it's not really a special car. It's got one toe in the grave at this point because of where it's sitting. Can it be revived? 100%. I can bring that thing back around and it would look absolutely gorgeous. But I want to use that car as a promotion for the channel. So I'm going to give it away regardless of what I do with it. I'm going to give the car away. So that car is going to go to one of you. I'm just not sure what you guys want to see with it. I would really love to turn it into a 1965 El Ranchero that I'm going to call What If. That's my idea with it. I want to call the car What If and give it the name El Ranchero, because it's a El Camino and a Galaxie to make a Ranchero for 1965. I think it'd be totally cool. So, but let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments. Is that something you want to see? Or is there some other thing you want me to do with the car? Let me know. And then based off what you guys say, we'll make plans to do something with that car. I think that El Ranchero would be pretty cool. But let me know. So lastly, the last thing I really want to talk about is my obsession with buying cars apparently, because I need another project. I need one as much as I need a hole in my head, really. But another car came across, and so I bought another car. This car is unique. I'm not really going to tell you what it is right now. I'll tell you it's a Galaxie. That I will tell you. It's not something I ever thought I would ever really have, because I don't have a lot of money. I'm not like the owner of this building. I don't have unlimited funds to just play with stuff. So it's not something I ever really thought I would be able to own. But in this one, I'm really excited about it. So right now, today is Tuesday morning. I'm going to leave Sunday morning after Thanksgiving and drive up and pick this thing up. It's going to be a 2-day trip to get this thing back home. I'll probably end up bringing the camera. I really don't like doing the drive down the highway thing with the music, and it's cool and everything. It takes you to that next destination. But the thing is picking this car up and getting the car. It's going to be a quick thing. I'm not going to have time to really film when I'm there. Although I am going to bring the cameras, because after I get it back on the trailer, I'll take it over to the gas station or something, and I'll do a quick video and show you guys after I pick it up. But when I get there to pick the car up, I just want to get it on the trailer and then get it gone. So I'm excited to show you guys what I bought. My wife, she kind of didn't say anything, which is never a good thing. But at the same time, she didn't yell at me. So I think I'm okay. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm really excited to show you guys that car. I'm super excited about it. I know I'm saying a lot of words and I'm not giving you any information because I want to really kind of make it a surprise. So, but stay tuned for that. That is going to come very soon, but it's going to come after the last video on the Fairlane. I think the Fairlane only has one more video left on it. Again, I don't want to pack too much into a video, so if it really, once they start to get to about a half hour, 35 minutes, is when I start trying to shut it down and bring it to an end, because I don't want, one of those videos I pushed out was almost an hour, and I know that's hard on some people. They don't want to watch, they're not trying to watch a movie. I'm not Harrison Ford or, somebody, I'm not some famous actor. So, but, so I think I've only got about enough film to do one more video on the Fairlane. We'll see. I'm buttoning that up today. I've gotten behind on that car due to my job. I got a lot of things I have to do for the owner and for this building and for his cars. So that's number one. And then making this channel is kind of number two. And then number three is, building my own car kind of off to the side, which does involve the channel as well. So I'm going to try and get that done and then get that last video out. So the video that you will see after that will be the video showing you what I just bought. But anyways, I wanted to thank all of you for watching my videos. Thank you all for liking, subscribing. Maybe you got a friend out there where you just, tell them, hey, check out this guy's channel. I know, it's not for everyone, but, share the channel. Do me that solid. I would appreciate it. And let me think, is there anything else? Well, no, I think that's about it. Oh, comment and let me know what you think of the El Ranchero named What If. Let me know if that's what you want to see. I really need you guys' input on that because I'm trying to promote the channel. I want something that the viewers are really going to be excited about. And if it's just restoring a 65 convertible, I'm really not sure people are going to be that excited about that side of it. But I think building a 65 convertible into an L Ranchero named What If, I think a lot of people will be super excited to see that and follow the build. Either way around, I'm going to give it away. So let me know. I need to know what you guys think. I need to know how you're feeling on that one. Please put it in the comments. And as always, please like and subscribe. And thank you all for watching. And until next time.